You're watching Mining Headlines on mining.com. I'm Devin Murrigan. Chile says it's still waiting for clarity after US President Donald Trump announced a surprise 50% tariff on copper imports. The world's top copper exporter says it hasn't received any formal notice. Codelco chairman Maximo Pacheco says it's unclear which copper products are affected or if all countries will be hit. Chile's mining group Tsunami warns the move could trigger volatility and price spikes. The US needs more copper for EVs, weapons, and the grid, but much of it is still refined in China. By 2035, a third of global semiconductor production could face copper disruptions linked to climate change. That's according to a new report by PricewaterhouseCoopers. The report says copper supply risks already impacting Chile are set to quadruple as droughts hit 17 chip-supplying nations. Copper is vital to chip making, and no viable substitute currently matches its performance. The last chip shortage cost the US a full GDP percentage point, highlighting what's at stake. PwC says by 2050, half of the world's copper supply will be at risk, even with aggressive climate action. The US Defense Department is investing $400 million in MP Materials, making it the company's largest shareholder with a 15% stake. MP operates the only rare earth mine in the US and plans to use the funds to expand processing and magnet production. Shares surged over 50% on the news. The deal aims to fast-track domestic supply and secure critical minerals for both defense and commercial use. India is drawing early interest from top firms like Vedanta, JSW, and Sona BLW in a proposed $290 million plan to locally produce rare earth magnets. The magnets vital for EVs and wind turbines are currently dominated by China, which processes 90% of global supply. Prime Minister Narendra Modi warned against so-called weaponizing critical minerals during the BRICS summit, urging a shift to secure local supply chains. The new incentive scheme aims to support domestic output of neodymium and praseodymium magnets over 7 years. Officials say final cabinet approval could come as soon as India eyes a more self-reliant green tech future. A geotechnical expert says Victoria Gold failed to properly monitor its heap leach pad before last year's catastrophic collapse at its Yukon mine. Marky Smith, part of the independent review board, says the site had almost no surveillance, calling it a major contributor to failure. The landslide spilled millions of tons of ore and cyanide solution and cost taxpayers over $300 million in cleanup. Smith says the disaster may have been preventable if slope deformation spotted in April 2024 had triggered action. The mine remains in receivership with a sale now underway. And that's where we leave your news headlines on mining.com.